Well, completely different emotions from the last time we saw him in the Premier League in East London against West Ham. He enjoyed that. 4 goals they put past Arsenal. Could have been more as well at Anfield. Liverpool emphatically back to winning ways. And we will look back at those goals and we'll have all the reaction very shortly at Anfield. I just wonder though, Michael, just going back to your point of last season and the defeats and no crowd, has Anfield got that real, genuine fear factor right back now?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Just listen to ex-players, listen to current players. You know, nobody takes anything from Anfield, or very few. Of course, that run last season it's almost been swept under the carpet because there was so many excuses, as we said. No fans, they were out the title race really at the time, and they had some big players out, and it was just a strange little period. But, you know, we've seen for so many years now, it's not just a flash in the pan, we've seen for so many years, going back to the great Champions League run. I mean, that game against Barcelona when they're 3-0 down, won 4-0. Etc., etc. There's so many examples. When Anfield is rocking, when it's a big game, when Arsenal come to town, it's so difficult. As I say, I use the word, they're almost unbeatable at Anfield. They're that good. They're right at the top of their game at the moment.
Big statement from Michael. Would you go along with it?
Well, the fact speaks for itself as well. So, you know, they're a formidable side. They've built it up. You know, Klopp's built a fantastic team. And he's built a fortress there, and everyone believes that they're always going to win there. And you've got the crowd, which are fantastic. If you've got the crowd and you've got a great team, and you've got the belief, you know, it's always difficult. When I used to play there, it was I've won a few times there, but it's always a hard game. You know, you really got to play out your skin to kind of get a result at Anfield anyway. But now, you know, they're top side, and I can't see anyone beating them at home, you know. If they keep on going like this, they'll always find a way. Always find a way.
And that squad again, no Robertson today, no Henderson, no Firmino. That, as you say, that group of 14 or 15 is so strong.
That's it, though, isn't it? I wouldn't like to see many more injuries to that squad.
We looked at the bench.
We looked at the bench, and it's great to see one or two of the kids. Tyler Morton getting on at the end. He's a nice player, midfielder. Nice to see some of these players getting a game. But if they're going to go right deep in the tournament in the Champions League, of course, go all the way in the league and things like that, then you wouldn't want to be getting too many more injuries because they've had a few today and their squad all of a sudden looks a little bit bare. The starting 11 looks exceptional, always is, but I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will be wanting to get a few of his players back in the not-too-distant future.
OK, I think we can go to Anfield and talk to the man who captained Liverpool today. Virgil van Dijk is waiting to speak to us live from Anfield. Good to see you, Virgil. Well, when we spoke in the week, you said you wanted a response. That was an emphatic response, wasn't it?
Good performance, yeah. Obviously, totally deserved the win. You know, it was an intense game for both sides, in my opinion. All what we expected, because if you want to try and get them in difficult situations, that you have to press, you have to win the ball up high, and because they take a lot of risk with the ball, could have been more, in my opinion. The goalie had a couple good saves as well. So, but yeah, overall, you know, we showed what a good side we are and can be as well.
And the amount of chances you created, as you say, particularly in that second half where you really did turn the screw.
Yeah, you know, obviously, what I said, you have to be brave on the ball as well as with pressing up high, because then obviously you exploit their weaknesses in my point of view, space in between the lines, and obviously they were aware of my trying to be direct in behind because they were good organized, so we had to find the space between for the midfielders in this case, and Thiago did well, Ox fantastic. It was nice to see Tyler coming on, and overall it was a perfect evening.
Virgil, congratulations on a perfect week, really, for both national team and club. I was just wondering, you talk about the different things you could hurt Arsenal with today. What type of things did you prepare for playing against Aubameyang? What sort of prowess does he pose?
Well, he's rapid. So if you go direct, if they go direct, I mean, you know, you have to be aware for the space in behind, and but you know, it's a fine line between dropping and pushing up, because if there's no pressure, I think, on the ball, you know, you have to drop a little bit. But if there's pressure on the ball, you can be high. And I think a couple of moments as well, we played a high line and kept them offside. So, you know, it's you have to find the fine line in this case. And we did it very well today. Obviously, created, we had maybe one chance, or if I'm honest, but yeah, he didn't score, so all good.
Virgil, it's Sol Campbell here. What does it feel like being back in sync with your body and mind? There's a couple of balls down the line and you got there and you cleared it away. It's always nice for me as the defender. You know, you've been out and you come back, you feel, you know, you're back to your best. It's great. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
It's a great feeling to be out there with the boys. Yeah, of course. I feel like I improve day by day, and you know, if I'm absolutely honest, I don't think it's going too bad after just a year out. After being a year out, with the amount of games I've played so far, but it's all something I enjoy. I want to be out here. I want to play games. I want to compete. I want to get better, and you know, I'm just happy that the boss has the trust in me, and obviously there's a lot of spotlights pointing in my direction, and if I have a good game, then you know, it's everything like, oh yeah, he's never been away, and then when I have a couple mistakes, then it's like, oh yeah, he can't do it anymore. So it's part of the comeback. But the only thing I'm focusing on is to progress with the team and do better and do as good as I can.
And Virgil, just as I was saying to Michael there, the squad again, the backbone we've seen today, no Milner, no Henderson, no Firmino, Andy Robertson did play. It doesn't affect you. Whoever comes in knows their role, knows the shape of the team.
Well, everyone knows their role. Everyone has a responsibility in this team. Everyone feels that responsibility as well, whether you play or you come on. And that's the big credit to the manager. But obviously it's part of this club as well. You know, everyone is... The least you can do is give everything for in every aspect in the game, and everyone knows it. And like I said as well, like, you know, obviously what you said, Henderson didn't play. Come on, obviously he did fantastic in my opinion, but Milner is not there. We miss a couple players, but the others are doing, in my opinion, very well. And it's good that we showed the reaction after the defeat in London.
And just finally, Virgil, you've got a remarkable personal record going today. I'm not sure if you know this. 53 Premier League games at Anfield since you signed for Liverpool. Do you know how many you've lost?
No.
None.
Well, listen, I think you told me a couple days ago.
I might have told you on Thursday, but you acted very well there, yeah.
Well, listen, you know, it's not about me. In this case, you know, we try to win every game ahead of us. And, you know, win at Anfield for the opponent is not easy, because we have the fans with us, we have the intensity that, you know, we love to bring, but it has to be also in the away games. And unfortunately, it didn't happen last time, but we want to keep it going and make sure that it happens in every game.
Listen, very well done again today. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
You're very welcome, guys. All the best, yeah?
Thanks, Virgil.
See you.